What a duos. Welcome back. You know what, right now we're going to take a moment to sit and read the disclaimer. So today, it's another episode of And Another Thing. Let's talk about it. And you know what we're going to talk about today? Let's talk about social media and how it is very detrimental to us. It's very discouraging and honestly a source of an issue with people and self-expression, self-love, self-independence, and negative thoughts. So first I want to give kind of a background of my experience with social media. So first off, I grew up, I'm what they call a millennial. That's what they say, or Generation XZ, whatever. I don't even know, but I grew up in this state where social media was being born. It was being birthed and used. It was never used before. It wasn't previously. I first-handedly have a pretty good opinion on this shit because I first-handedly experienced this shit. So when I was 11 years old, 2011, in middle school, my 6th grade year, in health class, had this friend. She was pretty cool or whatever, and she was telling me about Instagram and how I should get one and how fun it was and how you're able to communicate with all these different people and connect with people and shit. And I'm like, you know what, that sounds pretty cool. I could post whatever I want, just be like, express myself, you know. Everyone's attention seeking, especially as a child. So excited every time I got a follower. I'm like, ah shit, I got another one. I knew it was wrong. I never let my mom knew, but eventually my mom found out that I had Instagram and she broke it and beat my ass. And that's fine because I deserved it. I needed that experience to be able to speak on it today, because with her doing that, that led to me not having a dependence on social media. But nowadays, the person I am, I don't let social media control me. I will easily be quick to delete Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. I don't even use Twitter. My Twitter's actually hacked, so if you go on my Twitter and see all these discount promos and shit, that's not me, bro. I've had a very poor self-image. I felt like me having acne made me look disgusting, or I look too manly, me being too tall. Everyone's opinion is being put on one place and one platform, and everyone's taking into consideration of other people's opinions because that's what they want you to do. That's what people are constantly saying, you know, how would others feel about that? Like, what would you do? Would you do unto others as you would do unto yourself? And da-da-da-da-da. And so a lot of people validate other people's opinions about shit in relation to themselves. You're letting other people control your life, which is so inconsiderate of you to yourself. How could you do that to yourself? Because it's more comfortable for you? Possibly. But social media has created this sense of everyone's perception is kind of lost right now. People aren't awake because they can't perceive the truth because everything is a fake nowadays because of social media. I know for a fact that a lot of people have depression and issues about themselves, a lot of negative thoughts that they're influencing on themselves or about themselves. They're stuck. They're in a dormant state. They can't do anything because they are focused on this one thought without even realizing they're doing it. They're subconsciously doing it. And so when you're a baby and you grow up, you have parents to help guide you. They're not supposed to control your life, and they're supposed to just help and guide you in your life because you're a new form, you're a new soul, you're a new person, you're a new human that's coming to this life. And so your parents are supposed to help guide you through that. My parent wasn't having that shit. She's super cool. I love my mom, but I don't have my father in my life, and that is an issue that I have with myself because I don't understand when it comes to anything about sex or men. And now I understand because I had to personally live through it. But when I was younger, when I was a kid, I didn't have anyone to guide me in those areas. I had someone to guide me in life about who you are and morals and values, but how to deal with a nigga who's just trying to manipulate you to have sex with you. I wasn't experienced that. I wasn't exposed to that. And so I saw on social media girls were getting all this attention for having thigh gaps and the perfect body and being vegan and, you know, having no acne and having long hair, this and that, and so I wanted to do that, and I did put a lot of pressure onto myself because I felt like society was putting the pressure onto me. But it's not society. That's just being a victim. People are really victimizing themselves. When someone says, I feel like there's pressure, or there's someone doing this to me, or, you know, it's society, this is just societal ways, societal standards. It's not society, it's you that's doing it to yourself, because you're the only one who's thinking that. Though if you're thinking that negative thought form of society is constantly putting pressure on me to do this and that, you're never going to feel satisfied with what you do, because it's never going to be what you want and what your soul wants. I use the internet a lot for being able to understand those type of things in my life when it comes to what I was lacking. You know, I started watching porn at a very early age. I would read a lot of fan fictions and, you know, books about love, and watch movies about love and fantasize, and just start to really be comfortable in my mind. That's an issue that a lot of people have, is that we live in our mind, in the fourth dimension through thought and time, but never actually apply it, never actually do anything. And it's comfortable because you can make yourself happy in that shit, you know. That sounds really good. I'm gonna see how this plans out. This whole scenario in my head about me going to the beach, surfing, and taking some dope ass pictures and shit, and then just sit at home and do nothing and be like, yeah, that sounds good right there. Like, that's what a lot of people do. They live in their minds, and it's very, very terrible for you. And I did it with love. I wanted a male figure in my life. I really wanted someone to be there for me, to love me and care for me, a man. It was just like, am I gonna end up being with a dumb nigga because I want them to love me? And I held on to a lot of relationships that I had because I was lacking self-love. Yeah, however, social media influenced it and encouraged it. We see all these different things and see what other people have that we don't, and then we get into the state of lack. And when you're in a state of lack, you can't create anything other than lack, because that's in the state that you're in. And so also, I feel like social media has made people stop being more social. Like, social media, the point of social media is to be social. Like, what's great about social media is that you are able to touch a bunch of people across all different types of platforms across the world. And that's why I am very excited about doing this YouTube channel, because I'm going to be able to touch a lot of people's minds across the world and open people up to what the fuck is going on in this world, because everyone is really asleep. We're all asleep. We are in the age of Aquarius, and the age of Aquarius means that we are in the age of awakening. So it's time to wake the fuck up. Stop sleeping. I want people to understand that we are energy, and as energetic beings, we can only create through energy. You know how people be like, feel the vibes, oh yeah, I feel the vibes in the room. The vibes are real today. The vibes is a form of energy. So what vibes are you giving out? If you really think, if you believe it, your energy could literally create things, tangible things. My energy right now is creating something, a tangible platform for me to speak up about shit, to be able to touch minds and worlds and hearts across the whole entire world, so we can start actually doing something about this shit. It's through action, and social media has made it very easy to stay in the fourth dimension. It's very easy to stay in your mind with social media and not doing stuff, because you rather make a post online and put your thoughts out there rather than doing something and putting it out there, making something of yourself and putting it out there. Social media has definitely made a lot of people less social, and like, it makes me fucking mad when my friend be like, oh yeah, did you see my post? Oh yeah, why are we talking about this? I posted it on Instagram. Okay, and I want you to tell me the story. Family members thinking that they have privilege to what's going on into my life because they follow me on Facebook, or a friend thinking that they are privileged to me and my time and my energy because they follow me on Instagram and like all my pictures. That doesn't make any sense to me. Real life, present day, I do use social media, don't get me wrong, but I understand the limitations. Just think about it. If you are the type of person who can sit on your phone all day, you are definitely a person who lives in your mind. If you're a person who can only think about what to post next, then you're a person who is definitely living in your mind, and you're never going to create any satisfaction with yourself and your spirit through that. Now, no one should want to create out of lack. No one should want to have societal standards pushed on them and pressures, because we're all energy, okay? With that being said, we're all different variations of the same shit, so we're all the same. Regardless of me being black, you being Asian, you being Korean, you being fucking white, you being Indian, which is Asian, you being Mexican, you being Puerto Rican. It doesn't matter who you are. We're all one and the same because we have energy. Even it doesn't matter if you're a tree or a fucking planet. Energy has its own frequency that you can tune into. So tune into yours. What is yours? For my viewers, this is why I ask from you to sit down and to think about something that is negative, and don't look at it as it's a bad thing, just as this is the opposite of who I truly am, and start eliminating it. I want you to stop putting, I ask of you to stop putting so much pressure on social media like it is something that validates who you are and your craft and your essence and your entity, because it's not. It's just another platform that's there. And to honestly use it as a business, bro. Social media is the biggest business platform there is out there right now. It's just a lot of people take it more seriously than that. And we need to start looking at it as more of, how can I make money from this? Or am I portraying something more than what I want other people to portray, or am I portraying myself? Am I just saying something because I know this will get popular, or am I being myself? That's what this is about. I want people to start tuning into themselves, into their frequencies, into their souls. Get in touch with who you are. Find out who you are. If that takes you spending some time by yourself to really understand who you are, then do it. And don't be afraid. Stop living in fear, because living in fear is only going to keep you dormant, going to keep you stagnant. We all can awaken, because this is the age of Aquarius, meaning that this is our fucking time. Especially people in my generation, this is our time to stop. We need to make a change. We need to stop being so separate from each other. We need to start coming together to make changes in our world, because who's gonna do it other than us? We are the people right now. I'm talking about from 18 to 25, 26-year-olds. Yo, wake up. What the fuck are you doing, bro? Because we are the ones who can actually do something right now. We're the ones that people want to hear. We're the ones that people want to feel our energy from. People envy us and the way that we are able to express ourselves, because we have the most gusto, the most that we have right now. Don't waste your energy. Do not waste the energy that you have right now, because you trust me, when you get older, you're only gonna get older. You're not gonna have this anymore. We have freedom to be able to express ourselves to the fullest. So what we need to do by doing that is through action, and making our actions and our intentions actually pure and proper and beneficial to not ourselves but to others in the long run. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about how this girl got me fucked up. I'm finna go tell that girl, bitch, you got me fucked up, and we finna figure this shit out right now. That's what we got to do. This is what people need to start understanding. If you feel like, even with the fucking presidency, bro, I know for a fact that people my age are not voting. We're not doing shit about it. If you don't want Trump as the president, then y'all need to vote. You need to vote someone else in. And if he doesn't get impeached, we need to all go to the booths and vote for someone against him. There's more people like me. I know for a fact that there's more people like me, because I've seen people around the world like me. There's more people like me, and more people who are with the shit. There's people out there who are tired of the bullshit. So we need to come up and start speaking up for the ones who won't want to. Because right now we got the old people kicking our asses. And it's not like we can't fucking fight back. We're just sitting there like, yeah, whatever, it's chill. I'm just going to sit here in my own little world and imagining a life that's better. Instead of actually doing something, I'm just going to sit here and imagine my life being amazing, instead of going and getting what I need to go and get. You're never going to go and get what you want to go get if you're going to let social media have a huge impact on you. All that being said, guys, I just want you to please to tune in and lock into yourself and who you are as a person on the inside in your soul, and think about what is your purpose, what is your get up and go every day. What do you get satisfaction out of for you, not for others? Fuck what other people think. If you guys have questions about the stuff I talk about, energy and their souls and spirits and stuff, my mom is an author. Her name's Letitia Robb. You can look her up. Literally type in LetitiaRobb.com. LetitiaRobb.com. And she has written 3 different books. One is called Turn on the Light So You Can See. It's a self-help book to understand how other people can literally be sucking the energy out of you that is, in the long run, making you stay in a dormant state. What you don't know about your soul, what kind of opens your mind to the possibilities of why we're actually here and what the fuck's going on, not just from what they tell you in a religious book and your textbooks. And then the last one is called The Unapologetic Apology, and that's basically like a fuck you guys, because, you know, she is just like me. I mean, where do you think I get it from? Let's be real. So check out her books. I'm going to put the links down in the description, and if you want to, her books are very easy to read. They're not long. They're not expensive either. And they can really help begin your spiritual journey to being awakened and enlightened. Okay, so I know that was the end of the video, but I have one last thing I want to talk about. I need y'all to understand that I'm not here to babysit anyone. I'm here for education as well as application. I need you guys to start applying the knowledge that you are obtaining through watching these videos. So I'm going to do a challenge for you guys. No post November. For the whole month of November, let's not post or go on social media. And even if you do go on social media, just try to limit it down to 1 hour a day. That way you can just start rediscovering yourself and relearning who you are. Nothing that you can do can come from unpure intentions. It's always intentions versus deed. If you're gonna do something, you have to understand it's the why you did it, not what you did and the outcome from it and what it looks like. It's what was the whole reasoning behind it in the first place. So if you're doing something that is out of greed or gluttony or ill intentions, then you're not really going to gather anything that's positive if your intentions are never going to be I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoy this video of how I feel about social media and how I think it's detrimental to us and how we can change social media and use it for the better good rather than using it to literally destroy ourselves. So thank you for watching once again. See you next time.